同学们好，今天我们来看看欢迎一 Unit 5 Lesson 2 Dialogue 2对话2 I'm going to read a dialogue and then I'm going to explain this dialogue sentence by sentence. There will be an auxiliary verb we are going to learn, so pay attention to that. 对话2下课以后，玛利亚和凯莉在说话。玛利亚说：“这个星期五晚上，学校有钢琴比赛。”凯莉问：“是我们学校学生的钢琴比赛吗？”玛利亚说：“不是，是上海幼儿园学生的钢琴比赛。我妹妹妮娜要来参加。”凯莉问：“妮娜会弹钢琴吗？”玛利亚说：“她正在学习弹钢琴，会弹一点儿。她的钢琴老师让她来参加比赛。”凯莉问：“你也会钢琴比赛吗？”玛利亚说：会，我还会拉小提琴。你呢？”凯莉说：“我会弹竖琴。我家的人都很喜欢音乐。我妈妈会弹钢琴，我爸爸会拉大提琴，我姐姐会弹吉他。”好，this is a conversation with several musical instruments. Okay, and then you can see a conversation between 玛利亚和凯莉。下课以后 means after class. It can be after school. Okay, and then Maria said, "This Friday evening." Pay attention to how you put time together. Okay, Friday evening, the bigger time is in front of the smaller time. Okay, 星期五 is a whole day, but 晚上 means evening only. So this Friday evening, school 学校 has a piano contest. As you can see, there is a piano contest in English. In Chinese, we would just say the school has a piano contest. There is, there are can be simply translated as 有. Okay. And then Kelly is asking, 是我们学校学生的钢琴比赛吗? So 钢琴比赛 is the key words. 是钢琴比赛吗? Is this a piano competition of something, of our school students? So when you see English of something, most of the time we put all the English words after of in front of the keywords and use a the in between. So in this sentence, it means, is this a piano contest of our school students? So in Chinese, 我们学校学生 in the front, actually, and then the 钢琴比赛. As you can see, Chinese sentences have keywords at the end of the sentence. Okay, 钢琴比赛, this is the keywords in the sentence. The answer is no, 不是，是上海幼儿园学生的钢琴比赛. As you can see, this is a contest, piano contest of 上海 kindergarten students, 幼儿园学生的钢琴比赛. Okay, 好。And Maria mentioned her younger sister, 妹妹妮娜要来 be about, right? Plan to. Here it is like in the plans or in this process. 要来参加means participate. Pay attention to this one. 参加 to participate. When we say to participate a contest, we would say 参加比赛. When we say to participate a contest, a ball contest or a soccer game, you can say 参加足球比赛. Now, here we are going to talk about this character, 会. And then you see a lot of 会 there, right? So 会 is an optative verb, or in English, it is called auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb means can or could, right? What's the difference between 或, 会, and 能? You are going to see a different YouTube video on the differences. But 会 has more than two meanings or two ways of usages. 会 here means to know ability, to have the ability, the skill of doing something. For example, can or know how to play the piano, 会弹钢琴. Okay? And then 会拉小提琴, that means to play the violin, 会拉小提琴. Okay? So has the skill of doing something. Okay? 他正在学习. Here is 正在. Okay? The grammar and action in progress. So she is learning to play the piano. 弹钢琴, play the piano. 会 know or be able to 弹一点儿. See, 弹钢琴, the verb is 弹, right? Know a little bit or can play a little bit. We say 会弹一点儿. Sometimes people want to be modest and people want to, don't want to show off. If people ask them, do you have the skills to play this instrument? And if they are not very good at it, they could say 会弹一点儿. If they are really good at it, but they don't want to show off, they could also say 会弹一点儿. So it depends. Without context, we don't know whether it is just 一点儿 a little bit or it's real a master of something. Okay? 好 Piano teacher 钢琴老师让 let her come 让她来 participate the contest 参加比赛。你也会弹钢琴吗？ So are you also be able to play the piano? I mean, know how to do it? Maria says yes, and he also can play 还会 I also can play the violin. As you can see, in English, we use play for many musical instruments, but in Chinese, 弹 is for 钢琴. You put your fingers on the keys, okay, of the piano. That's why we say 弹. But if you are using a bow to play the string instrument, we call it 拉小提琴. In this dialogue, we also learned another musical instrument we call 吉他. Okay, guitar. We use fingers to play, right? That's why 弹吉他. 弹竖琴. 竖琴 means harp. So play the harp, play the guitar. We also use 弹. Okay, plus play the piano, 弹钢琴. All right, and for the string instrument that you play with a bow, like the violin, we would use the character 拉小提琴. And the cello, we also use 拉大提琴. Okay, viola is in the middle, so most of the time we call the viola 中提琴. So as you can see, 小 violin, the smallest, right? 大提琴, the cello, is the big violin. That's we call it 大提琴. And then in the middle, in between, it is a viola, right? You call it 中提琴, right? And what about bass? You can see the vocabulary list. There is the bass over there. All right. So here they're talking about the whole family. 我家的人 like music. My mom can play the piano. My dad can play the cello. My sister can play the guitar. Okay. And Kylie says, I could play the harp. 好, this is the explanation of this dialogue. 谢谢，再见。